Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Ryan Bruns from Mayday Games.
Hello.
And we'll be looking at Nerdy Inventions. You can see a tiny game from Chifan Chin, published by Homo Sapiens Labs, and now Mayday has licensed the game.
Yep, now coming from Mayday Games, we're going to license, hopefully, a Gen Con release. That should be out.
Okay.
But just, yeah.
Now this is a dice game where you are trying to get inventions and then be able to use those inventions.
And so you're building inventions to gain more inventions and using that engine that you build to get victory points.
Okay.
Each player will start with 3 dice, and on their turn they'll roll the dice here. Wow, that's not so hot. But they'll be using these dice to do several actions, and you can do those in any order. You can spend your inventions by exhausting them, turning them this way, and exhausting the special abilities of the inventions. Centered there. And then also, they will stay exhausted the entire game unless you spend your dice to unexhaust them. And that is done represented on the values on the top of the cards. You need something equal to or lower to unexhaust this to be able to use it again. Up here you see the inventions that are available to purchase. And as these are purchased, it'll slide down and the deck will refill. The game ends when the deck runs out, or there's a special invention that if somebody is able to use the invention, that'll also trigger the end of the game.
Okay.
But one way you would purchase inventions here is, say this invention underneath the 4. So this, I would have to spend a 3, that is one requirement. And the cog also is a wild, basically whatever the card's under. So this would cost me a 3 and a 4 to buy this invention card.
Okay.
You can also use dice to spend. I could spend this 4 and swap this card with this card, or this card. I can kind of switch around and manipulate something I want, and doing that way. So you're kind of building this little engine of what inventions you can exhaust to manipulate the dice to get you some other inventions that are worth different victory points, here shown in the lower left-hand corner here. Take you more victory points that way. So not only are you collecting victory points based off your inventions, but if you have 7 or more different types of inventions, you see the different images here, you'll get bonus points for the different inventions that you've created. So about 30 to 45 minutes, small little engine building game, but there's a lot of game in here and how you manipulate, how you use the inventions to your advantage, and that kind of thing. So.
All right. In a tiny little box.
In a tiny little box.
That's what they're doing here. So. Okay. Is it keeping the same art style?
Yes, we are keeping the same art style. I like the simple steampunky art style with that. We are messing with the idea of perhaps making the box a little bit bigger. If you're familiar with Dead Man's Draw, kind of that size, making the cards a little bigger than that to fit with that style. Because we are a sleeve company, so if you sleeve this game, this little box doesn't really accommodate that as well. So we don't want to make a box that doesn't accommodate our own sleeves, right? There's a plug, but anyway.
Okay. All right. And that's
pretty much it.
All right. Nerdy Inventions.
Nerdy Inventions.